My story of faith actually started 5 years ago this week. And at the age of 29 and 34 weeks pregnant, I was diagnosed with stage 3C breast cancer. For those of you that don't know about breast cancer, there's only one other stage, and that's stage 4, often resulting in death. 6 days after my diagnosis, we induced, and we had a beautiful little boy, Caden Matthew. And he would spend the next 19 days in NICU. Prior to me discharging from the birth of our son, I actually had the first of 4 surgeries and my first round of chemo. And the next 9 months would entail another 3 additional surgeries, 6 months of chemo, and 6 weeks of daily radiation. I was a Christian and I'd been walking with the Lord for a little bit of time, but it was really kind of a superficial relationship. And when I was diagnosed, I just continued. I didn't turn my back on God or ever ask Him why. And I just continued to pray and have faith that Him willing, everything would be okay. But at the same time, I often let the enemy come into my thoughts, and was really just feeling a lot of discouragement and despair and hopelessness. And towards the later part of my treatments, my marriage almost ended. And at that point, just from some decisions that were made, I turned from God. I was so angry about how He had let this happen, and I actually turned my complete and total back on God. And it wasn't until later that I realized that I couldn't do this on my own, and started to come back to the Lord. And through it, He has just been so faithful. I've now learned that even when I'm not faithful, God is, and I have complete and total faith and confidence in all of His promises that He gives me, and knowing that He can turn, like He says in Isaiah, about how He can turn ashes into beauty and mourning into gladness. And He's just been faithful 100% of the way, and I look forward to 5 years from now sitting here telling about how I'm alive and well, and raising my 2 boys, and being with my husband.